Hello, boys and girls. It is recycling day here for in preschool today. So we're going to do some things with recycling. I'm going to show you a little art project, but then you can turn this art project, you could keep it for recycling or you could turn it into something like a fun game you can play at home. So today for art, what I would like you to do is to recycle something around your house, anything around your house, anything that you have, just recycle it, turn it into whatever you want. Send me pictures if you make something. Okay, sorry, I kind of jumped a little bit. But send me pictures if you make anything. I like to see what you made out of anything recycled. So if you have an old milk carton that maybe you're done using, turn it into something. If you have, like, you know how butter comes in those boxes, take that little box and turn it into something. Anything you want to use that's something that you would normally throw in the trash, as long as it's clean. If it's something you would normally throw in the trash, wash it off and see if you can turn it into something. That's what recycling is. We reuse it. So instead of using it just once and throwing it away, we get to use it again. Okay. So what I did today is the other day I ordered some things from who knows what place that is. Target. That's right. That symbol is Target. Look, you're reading already. So I ordered some items from Target for you for your Easter bag for when I delivered them. And I had these boxes sitting around and I'm like, you know what? I got to do something with these boxes. I hate to throw them away. So I thought, well, we can play a fun game. So the paper I was using yesterday, I had some extras. Remember when I made my claws yesterday for you? Look, I had, see that purple blue paper? Had some left over. So I thought, well, look, I'll cover the one side. I just taped the top, moms and dads, to make this into a bigger box. Now I'm calling this my capital letter box. So I put Miss Spoljaric's capital letter box. You could turn it into a container to hold maybe your recycle cans. Maybe you want it to have a paper. So anything paper that you need to throw away will go in that box. Maybe you want it to be like soda cans. Maybe you want to collect soda cans. You might need a big box, but you could sit this in your house as like your recycle bin. Or maybe just things around the house you don't want to throw away. You could use this as a recycle bin. I'm going to use this for my capital letter box. Okay. Now I have another one. I didn't make it up yet. I would do another one for my lowercase letter box, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. Then I can decorate it. So I took just the little pieces of paper I had left and I tape some onto my box. Maybe I want to paint my box. Maybe I want to draw on my box with markers. Maybe I want to turn my box into a house. If I had a really big box, I would make it into a house. Or maybe you want to make a fairy house. You could have mom and dad help you and turn this box into a little fairy house, okay? Now, I just used these little pieces of paper because those were the little pieces I had left. And since I'm making this a letter box, I wrote capital letters on it. Okay, now I would do this the whole way around my box. I just only had part of it done just to show you. So you can do that. Again, I said I would have had a lowercase box and an uppercase box. Now, scrap paper again. Look, I had these little pieces of scrap paper left over. I just cut them. So any type of scrap paper you have laying around, if you printed out something and it didn't work, use the other side of it. Just cut it up into tiny pieces. And on these tiny pieces, what you can do to play this game at home is take these pieces of paper. Fi-Fi's going to join us. Take these pieces of paper, crumple them up like trash, and just throw them all around your room. Okay? Your child will look at you, and they'll be like, Mom and Dad, what are you doing? Today, oh, let me tell you, boys and girls. Today would have been the day I took all the balls out of the closet, because on recycle day, I normally take all those balls that you always ask me about. Miss Spoljarek, what are you doing with all those balls? And normally they're the balls that you would use for like a ball pit. I would accidentally dump them all over the floor. So there'd be balls everywhere. And I would take hula hoops out. Different color hula hoops. And I would tell you that you're going to pretend like you're the trash man and you're going to go around and clean up all the trash in our classroom. So you would pick up all those balls. And if you picked up an orange ball, you put it in the orange hula hoop. If you picked up a blue ball, you put it in the blue hula hoop. And then we would have counted all the balls. But you can do that at home. If you have some ball pit balls, sit them out. Even if you use just a color piece of paper like this, like blue, and put all the blue balls on this and all the red balls on a red piece of paper. So you can still make it into a fun game. Or if you have paper like this, make it into squares, crumple it up, make this trash, throw it around the room, and then you are in charge of picking it all up and putting it in the right recycle bin. Okay. So what I did now is I picked this up, and look, what letter is that? I found letter E. That is a capital E. Now I can come over here to my letters if I want to make sure which letter looks like the capital E. Hey, there it is. That is a capital E. So I can throw this in my capital letter box. Now, if I would pick a letter that Miss Spelljaric didn't write this, but here, let me write one of these down quick. If I would have picked, let's see, if I would have picked this letter, that's still an E, but is that a capital E or a lowercase e? That's lowercase. So if I would have had my other box, I would have then put that in the lowercase box, okay? So let's try the other ones I have here. Let's see what this one is. Letter D. D. Let's look. Is it capital? Let's make sure. Is it capital? It is a capital D, so that'll go in my capital box. Let's check my next one. This is capital B. Very good. B for boy or baby or balloon. Let's find my letter B. B, B. There it is. B. It is a capital, so that can go in my box. What about letter C? C. Let's see if I can find C. Oh, I'm sorry. Patchy is barking. Patchy, shh, quiet down. There's somebody walking past the front of my house, and Patchy is like, get away. So, see, look at her. Look, she's barking out the window. She's like, get out of our house. But leave it to Patchy. Okay, so here's letter C. That is a capital. Now, if this was a lowercase c, I would put it in another one, but this is a capital C, so we'll put it in there. And the last one I have is letter A. Letter A. Yes, it is a capital, so that'll go in my capital box. So, like I said, that's a fun game you can play with moms and dads. Moms and dads, you can help them. If they're having trouble recognizing if it's a capital or lowercase, if you do 2 boxes, that will really help you, because then you can write the letters on them for your child, and they can go back and find the letter and say, oh, yes, that's a capital, or oh, no, Mom, that's a lowercase. That's on the lowercase box, so they know which box it is. So once you write it on there, they really won't need you anymore then to help you with it. But that's a fun one. They can keep playing it over and over again. Over and over again. It's a game you can reuse, recycle. So you can keep using it. And if you don't want to use it anymore, you might want to give it to a friend of yours, or you can bring it into school to me, and I'll use it another year. So have fun with that, and happy recycling day. Love you. Bye.